Yeah. yes. I'm here. This is Empress Rose, and you are clocked into the One and One Music Review Show right here in our music lab. Do we have a show for you? Don't go anywhere. I want you to keep vibing. I'll be right back. To all my listeners out there, I thank you for tuning in and checking me out each and every week. I could not do this without you, so I thank you for stopping by each and every week and showing me some real love. Yes, we are getting ready to clock in with Zimbabwean Ganjahtrix, of course. As well, we have straight out of Jamaica, the talented Alovera, reggae artist out of Jamaica. And, of course, the one and only talented, yet so talented, we are talking about Kenya's reggae dancehall artist, Wyre. Yes, we are going to touch bases. A lot of things going on today, but ladies and gentlemen, keep listening, and share the love with all the listeners. Let them come in and vibe and hear what we have going on today, okay? Keep vibing. We'll be right back. ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in today's show. Yes, to all my listeners out there who are currently tuning in, to the regular audience and to the new listeners, just know that I could not do this without you. So I thank you each and every week for tuning in and lending to me your listening ear. Well, just a rundown of what it is all about in terms of the one-on-one music review show. As you know, we aim to please and we do not disappoint, okay? Well, all songs included in our one-on-one music review show are based on the merits of each artist's musical production and not on fan base or record sales. Yes, all songs included in the weekly shows are by artist submissions or recommendations by fans. Yes! Well. I am asked this question ever so often. How do I decide exactly what songs it is to be included within our one-on-one music review show? So, for our listening audience, the musical content as included in this show is judged by the quality of the recording, the listener impact, which is the message, creativity, and overall sonic quality. Okay? You are tuned into the Music Lab, where it is that we do not disappoint, we aim to please. And we bring to you each and every week a list of artists across the world who fits the criteria as exhumed within the one-on-one music review show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Music Lab. So with no further ado, we are going to jump right into things because it is that we have an awesome show. And again, don't adjust your dial, okay? And continue to share this show and tell others about the awesome show we have going on today, okay?
Some blessings we get from bed. I said thank you, mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Now you see me on top of this thing there. Born to live. Now as I rise up in the morning, I give thanks and praises to the Most High. I give thanks for life. I say, Jaja, won't you bless Africa, Jaja? Won't you rise up the youth, Papa? Oh. Jaja, save us all. Entertainer, you are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, waking in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around, Jaja. I worship you. I worship you. You are here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Don't adjust your dial. This is out of Zimbabwe. And when I tell you about great music, and when I tell you about what it is that we bring to you, this artist, trust me, I have persons that listening from across the world. Sean, I see you out of Europe. I see you over there in Germany and you're enjoying this. Oh, trust me. Don't adjust your dial. Ganjahtrix hails out of Zimbabwe. No, he's not out of Jamaica. But that's great music for you. Okay? Good music, great music has no barrier. Okay? And so guess what? Keep listening.
No ends to rise up in the morning, I give thanks and praises to the Most High, give thanks for life. I say, Jaja, won't you bless Africa, Jaja? Won't you rise up the youth, Papa? Oh, 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 oh. Jaja, save us all. Entertainer, you are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, waking in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around, Jaja. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, meeting every need. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you. For you are here, blessing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You wipe away all tears. You mend the broken hearts. You're the answer to it all, Jesus. You wipe away all tears. You mend the broken heart. You're the answer to it all, to it all. Rastafari. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Oh, 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 oh. Just save us all. Entertainer. Some blessings we we get from bed, from bed. I said thank you, mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Now you see me on top of this thing there, born to live. Like the conquered land of Judah, the King of Kings, born to live. Some blessings we get from bed, from bed. I said thank you, mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Now you see me on top of this thing there, born to live. Like the conquered land of Judah, the King of Kings, born to live. I'm a grandson of an African king. Leadership is an inborn thing. A touch of mercy, touch of blessings on me. Entertainer. For my God opens doors to prosperity. That means I'll never bow down to vanity. Who we praise is the Almighty. They can't conquer me, no, 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 no. Some blessings we get from bed, from bed. I said thank you, mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Music is the road, and we are like Moses, yeah, leading God's children to the promised land. What is mine is mine. You can't take away my shine. What is fine is fine. It will pass the test of time. So you can conquer this conqueror. You can suffer this sufferer. We are the children of the Most High Emperor. Rastafari, Haile Selassie. Some blessings we get from bed, from bed.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as we are tuned into the Music Lab, somebody please tell Ganjahtrix that we are awaiting him to get online. We have been calling, and we cannot get Ganjahtrix. The audience is waiting, to find out what Ganjahtrix has to offer within this interview. So, we have been trying from different phones, and we have been unable to connect with him. So, anyone in Zimbabwe, reach out to Ganjahtrix and tell him to get on the phone. Okay? We are waiting. The audience is waiting.
We are the children of the Most High. Some blessings we get from bed, from bed. I said thank you, mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Now you see me on top of this thing there, born to live. Like the conquered land of Judah, the King of Kings, born to live. I'm a grandson of an African king. Leadership is an inborn thing. A touch of mercy, a touch of blessings on me. Entertainer. From my God opens doors to prosperity. That means I'll never bow down to vanity. Who we praise is the Almighty. They can't conquer me, no, 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 no. Some blessings we get from bed, from bed. I said thank you, mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Music is the road, and we are like Moses, yeah, leading God's children to the promised land. What is mine is mine. You can't take away my shine. What is fine is fine. It will pass the test of time. So you can conquer this conqueror. You can suffer this sufferer. We are the children of the Most High Emperor. Rastafari, Haile Selassie. Some blessings we get from bed, from bed. I said thank you, mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. So you can conquer this conqueror. Can suffer the sufferer. We are the children of the Most High. Yeah. Rastafari, Haile Selassie. Yeah.
Ice cold. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bataliba,
Yeah,
Ibizelenu na mvulawa.
yeah.
Tetani naye, entertainer.
It's about Kelly.
Ewa setandan, yaluwa standan islale matunge. Dibanjwa nguwe, yaluwa standan islale matunge. Guwelo, yaluwa standan islale matunge. Denzi wanguwe, yaluwa standan islale matunge. Basaliba, Ibizelenu na mvulawa. Tetani naye, itani himbile ndawe na. Basaliba, Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha. Sitandwa sana. Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha. Akavelu no mvulawa. Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha. Ibanga tumela batula ngengi. Apenduli no mvulawa. Tinga batubela batlogo wa. Apenduli no mvulawa. Ibanga tumela batula ngengi. Obuyi no mvulawa. Ibanga tumela batlogo wa. Apenduli no mvulawa. Bazaliba. Ibizelenu no mvulawa. Tetani naye. Itani himbile ndawena. Bazaliba. Ibizeleni sitandwa sa. Itani kuso. Itani himbile ndawena. Sitandwa sa. Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha. Oko nilindile Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha. Sitandwa sa. Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha. Akapelu no fulawa. Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha.
Look where we are now. I had to do a lot of, what the family needs. I fed them cold leans. I'm so tired of patience and patience and patience, patience pays. What you gotta do now? I'm tired of for the meantime. I had to do a lot of things. I bet you won't get tired. I want you, I want this, I want this. Let it whack. Time is all we need, and we go. Cause when you sing someone is doing codes, all of the washing, all of the cooking, my mama never want me to go out, never want me to socialize. But we told that I won't leave you. We told that that's what keeps it. All the talking a lot of things that we facing through, a lot of things that we coming through. Gotta make sure nobody sleeps away. Gotta make sure I'm gonna let the things work. I'm gonna let the talk. Pretty much talking, too much talking, yeah. Too much talking, yeah.
Bazaliba. Ibizelenu no mvulawa. Tetani naye. Itani himbile ndawena. Bazaliba. Ibizeleni sitandwa sa. Itani kuso. Itani himbile ndawena. Sitandwa sa. Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha. Woko ndilindile Zalaishi mbotwe masimini zalaisha. Singadi. Stress free. Entertainer. Ine changu chita kada. Imbasa mama shakada. Izo za chuzanda kada o. Nine kangu kamusika. Pando enda neno shika. Pano seka wachiseka o. Ichaka chezi arako. Stress free. Ichaka chezi arako. Stress free. Stress free. So free like a bird in the tree. Singadi. I work hard to get paid. I get paid to play. Yeah. That's how I live. Sometimes I'm working on a night shift. African people, where them there? European, Asian, where them there? No South American, where them there? Jamaican people say none of them. We know like none of them. Hypocrite, bad mind, are the vampire them, liar them, chichi them, are the Lucifer them. Can't touch the Rasta man, we are the Messiah them. They want to see me down, but I'm standing strong. They fight me every day, but I'm still around. Stress free entertainer. Chita kada, imbasa mama shakada, izo za chozanda kada o. Nine kanguka musika, pando enda neno shika, pano sega wachiseka o. Ichaka chezi arako, stress free. Ichaka chezi arako, stress free. Stress free, so free like a bird in the I work hard to get paid, I get paid to play, yeah. That's how I live. Sometimes I'm working on a night shift. Sometimes I'm working on a day shift. Anzi kushata kungechi babuni, seka kungechi katuni, wano seka wachiseka o. Pachuona doku ininda kanyanya, satuku sama mukanya, shorwaza boda kundika yao. Ichaka chezi arako, stress free. Ichaka chezi arako, stress free. Stress free, yeah. So free like a bird in the tree. Sngadidi, ungadidi, sngadidi, ungadidi. With them there, my African people, with them there. European, Asian, where them there? No South American, where them there? Jamaican people say none of them. We know like none of them. Hypocrite, bad mind, are the vampire them, liar them, chichi them, are the Lucifer them. Can't touch the Rasta man, we are the Messiah them. They want to see me down, but I'm standing strong. They fight me every day, but I'm still around. Everybody loves reggae. The ghetto youth them love reggae. The Rasta man them love reggae. Entertainer. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future. Reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now reggae. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae is the source of wisdom. Reggae is the key to the kingdom. Reggae is the revelation. Sweet reggae music bounce in every nation. Reggae the east, reggae the west, reggae the north, reggae the south. In the street, reggae the sun. Move your feet to the beat. Reggae the dummy, reggae mkombi, reggae mufombi, reggae the dumbi. Famba, famba, tamba, tamba, jamba, jamba, reggae, jamba. Reggae kundi yambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae, reggae. Gawani reggae. Ndiro reggae. Everybody loves reggae. The ghetto youth them love reggae. The Rasta Rastaman them love reggae. Entertainer. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae is the source of wisdom. Reggae is the key to the kingdom. Reggae is the revelation. Sweet reggae music bounce in every nation. Reggae the east, reggae the west, reggae the north, reggae the south. In the street, reggae the song. Move your feet to the beat. Reggae the dummy, reggae mukombi, reggae mufombi, reggae the dumbi. Famba, famba, tamba, tamba, jamba, jamba, reggae, jamba. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Everybody loves reggae. The ghettoes them love reggae. The Rastaman them love reggae. Entertainer. Reggae when they get to educate, communicate and liberate. Reggae the voice, reggae the juice, reggae the wise, reggae the nice. In the fan, in the chimpanzee, kufuranti, kumuzanzi. You believe parrot leaf, kurova spliff. Reggae leaf, reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae is the source of wisdom. Reggae is the key to the kingdom. Reggae is the revelation. Sweet reggae music bounce in every nation. Reggae the east, reggae the west, reggae the north, reggae the south. In the street, reggae the song. Move your feet to the beat. Reggae the dummy, reggae mukombi, reggae mufombi, reggae the dumbi. Famba, famba, tamba, tamba, jamba, jamba, reggae, jamba. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Now as I rise up in the morning, I give thanks and praises to the Most High. I give thanks for life. I say, Jaja, won't you bless Africa, Jaja? Won't you rise up the youth, Papa? Oh, 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 oh. Jaja, save us all. Entertainer, you are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, waking in this place. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, turning lives around, Jaja. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, meeting every need. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here. Now as I rise up in the morning, I give thanks and praises to the Most High. I give thanks for life. I say, Jaja, won't you bless Africa, Jaja? Won't you rise up the youth, Papa? Oh, 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 oh. Jaja, save us all. Entertainer, you are here, moving in our midst. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, waking in this place. I worship you. worship you. You are here, turning lives around, Jaja. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, meeting every need. I worship you. I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you. I worship you. For you are here, blessing every heart. I worship you. I worship you. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You wipe away all tears. You mend the broken hearts. You're the answer to it all, Jesus. You wipe away all tears. You mend the broken heart. You're the answer to it all, to it all. Rastafari. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Jah save us all. Entertainer. Some blessings we get from bed, from bed. I said thank you, Mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Now you see me on top of this thing there, born to live. Like the conquered land of Judah, the King of Kings, born to live. I'm a grandson of an African king. Leadership is an inborn thing. A touch of mercy, touch of blessings on me. Entertainer. From my God opens doors to prosperity. That means I'll never bow down to vanity. Some blessings we get from bed. I said thank you, Mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Now you see me on top of this thing there, born to live. Like the conquered land of Judah, the King of Kings, born to live. I'm a grandson of an African king. Leadership is an inborn thing. A touch of mess, a touch of blessings on me. Entertainer. From my God opens doors to prosperity. That means I'll never bow down to vanity. Who we praise is the Almighty. They can't conquer me, no. Some blessings we get from bed. I said thank you, Mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. Music is the road, and we are like Moses, yeah, leading God's children to the promised land. What is mine is mine. You can't take away my shine. What is fine is fine. It will pass the test of time. So you can conquer this conqueror. You can suffer this sufferer. We are the children of the Most High Emperor. Rastafari, Haile Selassie. Some blessings we get from bed. I said thank you, Mama. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. I was born to live. I was born to live. I was born to live. And I was born to be a leader. So you can conquer this conqueror. Can suffer this sufferer. We are the children of the Most High. Yeah. Rastafari, Haile Selassie. Reggae, Gawani reggae, Niro reggae. Everybody loves reggae. The ghetto youth them love reggae. The Rastaman them love reggae. Entertainer, reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae is the source of wisdom. Reggae is the key to the kingdom. Reggae is the revelation. Sweet reggae music bounce in every nation. Reggae the east, reggae the west, reggae the north, reggae the south. In the street, reggae the song. Move your feet to the beat. Reggae the dumb, reggae mkombi, reggae move. Reggae the dumb, reggae mkombi, reggae mufombi, reggae the dumbi. Famba, famba, tamba, tamba, jamba, jamba, reggae jamba. Reggae kundi yambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Everybody loves reggae. The ghettos them love reggae. The Rastaman them love reggae. Entertainer. Reggae when they get to educate, communicate and liberate. Reggae the voice, reggae the trust, reggae the wise, reggae the nice. In my family, in the chimpanzee, kufuranti, kumuzanzi. You don't believe parrot leaf, kurova spliff. Reggae leaf, reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae is the source of wisdom. Reggae is the key to the kingdom. Reggae is the revelation. Sweet reggae music bones in every nation. Reggae the east, reggae the west, reggae the north, reggae the south. In the street, reggae the song. Move your feet to the beat. Reggae the dumbi, reggae mukombi, reggae mufombi, reggae the dumbi. Famba, famba, tamba, tamba, jamba, jamba, reggae, jamba. Reggae. Reggae, reggae, Gawani reggae, Ndiro reggae. Everybody loves reggae. The ghettos them love reggae. The Rastaman them love reggae. Entertainer, reggae kundi ambuta reggae. Reggae kundi peputa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae is the source of wisdom. Reggae is the key to the kingdom. Reggae is the revelation. Sweet reggae music bones in every nation. Reggae the east, reggae the west, reggae the north, reggae the south. In the street, reggae the song. Move your feet to the beat. Reggae the dumbi, reggae mukombi, reggae mufombi, reggae the dumbi. Famba, famba, tamba, tamba, jamba, jamba, reggae, jamba. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa. Reggae, reggae, Gawani reggae, Ndiro reggae. Everybody loves reggae. The ghettos them love reggae. The Rastaman them love reggae. Entertainer, reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae is the source of wisdom. Reggae is the key to the kingdom. Reggae is the revelation. Sweet reggae music bones in every nation. Reggae the east, reggae the west, reggae the north, reggae the south. In the street, reggae the song. Move your feet to the beat. Reggae the dumbi, reggae mukombi, reggae mufombi, reggae the dumbi. Famba, famba, tamba, tamba, jamba, jamba, reggae, jamba. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Everybody loves reggae. The ghettos them love reggae. The Rastaman them love reggae. Entertainer, reggae when they get to educate, communicate and liberate. Reggae the voice, reggae the trust, reggae the wise, reggae the nice. In my family, in the chimpanzee, kufuranti, kumuzanzi. You don't believe parrot leaf, kurova spliff. Reggae leaf, reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae kundi ambuta, reggae. Reggae kundi peputa, reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me reach now, reggae. Reggae is the source of wisdom. Reggae is the key to the kingdom. Reggae is the revelation. Sweet reggae music bounce in every nation. Reggae the east, reggae the west, reggae the north, reggae the south. In the street, reggae the south. Move your feet to the beat. Reggae the dummy, reggae mugombi, reggae mufombi, reggae the dumbi, jamba famba, tamba tamba, jamba jamba, reggae jamba. Reggae kundi ambutsa reggae. Reggae kundi peputsa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae. Reggae kundi ambutsa reggae. Reggae kundi peputsa reggae. Reggae is the future, reggae is my teacher. Reggae make me rich now, reggae.
Leroy Chrome, CEO of Leroy Chrome Entertainment Inc., presents to you the brand new album by Leroy Chrome called Mother Up Life, including tracks such as Fire for the Eden,
Fire for the Eden, fire for them God,
Mother Earth,
woman and woman Earth, there's no me without you,
and many, many more. Now available on all digital platforms online. Also check out Leroy Chrome's social media handles on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. For Leroy Chrome bookings, contact 443-314-7646 or email leroychrome@gmail.com. It's the brand new album by Leroy Chrome called Mother Up Life. Get your copy today.
come your style.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, to all the listeners out there, thanks for being here today, showing up in spirit, and checking out the awesome music that we have going on. We have been listening to Ganjahtrix out of Zimbabwe. And it appears that something is wrong with his network, okay? So he could not join us for today's interview. However, we are going to move right into our next artist. We are talking about the man Alovera. Today he has his music is released, his album Spiritual Warfare, okay? We are going to get right into an interview with none other than the man himself, Alovera. Okay, so we have some great music coming right at you, okay? But in a week or so, we are going to bring you Ganjahtrix again, where it is, can't beat the network sometime, especially when you are hailing from out of Zimbabwe, okay? Or just about anywhere in Africa. But right now as well, it appears that even the US has some challenges as well in terms of internet service at times. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get right into the Spiritual Warfare album, where it is that we will bond one-on-one with Alovera. Few questions coming at you, okay? Stay tuned.
Yeah, Metsuda, alongside Alovera. Representing for Rastafari,
No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. At that time could conquer Italy. Hey. No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. It is written down in history. He is the power of the Trinity, the God invisibility. Check His works and His humility. How we fought for the African unity. From Congo to Mali, from Togo to Guinea, Conakry, Morocco, Mozambique, Burkina, Ese to Somali, Malawi. No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. At that time could conquer Italy. No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. It is written down in history. Alright, it's written down in history. He alone stood for the victory. Alright, it's written down in history. Alright,
worthy to be praised is the Ancient of Days. He has done so many things, could never be ungrateful to Him. He has blessed us with life. He shows us the way to survive. He keeps us alive. I could never deny the King, no.
No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. At that time could conquer Italy.
Yeah, Metsuda, alongside Alovera. Representing for Rastafari,
No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. At that time could conquer Italy. No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. It is written down in history. He is the power of the Trinity, the God invisibility. Check His works and His humility. How we fought for the African unity. From Congo to Mali, from Togo to Guinea, Conakry, Morocco, Mozambique, Burkina, Ese to Somali, Malawi. No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. At that time could conquer Italy. Hey, hey, no one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. It is written down in history. Hey, alright, hey, it's written down in history. Hey, He alone stood for the victory. Hey, alright, hey, it's written down in history. Hey, alright, hey, hey, hey.
Worthy to be praised is the Ancient of Days. He has done so many things, could never be ungrateful to Him. He has blessed us with life. He shows us the way to survive. He keeps us alive. I could never deny the King, no, no.
No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. At that time could conquer Italy. No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. It is written down in history.
The King is my keeper, Father, strength and Redeemer, the blessed Savior. He is my sole provider. He is my everything, and He is the King of Kings. Glory to Him. He makes my joy bell ring, ring. I will never deny the King. And the King make me chant and sing. Never deny the King. The King of Kings. I will never deny the King. No. And the King make me dance and sing. Never deny the King. Always give praises to Him.
No one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. At that time could conquer Italy. Hey, hey, no one but His Imperial Majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but His Imperial Majesty. It is written down in history. Hey.
Hey you, Mr. Crocodile, why you acting so wild? And you were born as a disciplined child. Time to think, man say that them a gangster, and every ghetto youth a turn chopper. Every youth want be a rude boy. They wanna bread a life they want destroy. But the youth of today, all the men of tomorrow, yeah. I said to teach them the way, a better day, a brighter future. Top to day, too much crime and violence.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. Okay, well, currently we are listening to today's release, Spiritual Warfare, and in the background, the name of this track that's currently playing, Crime and Violence. But we have the artist currently in studio. We have Alovera ready to go. Hi, Alovera, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Yes, well, I had a chance to listen to the album, and I've been going through the tracks, and we started out the gate with No One by Metsula. And
Yeah.
our audience is actually loving that song itself. What can you tell me about Meth Suda?
Oh, Metsuda.
Yes.
Yeah, he's an artist from Nigeria.
Oh,
That's more. Yeah, he's from Nigeria. Well, I think he's in Ghana right now. He stays in Ghana, but he's from Nigeria.
and how did you two hook up for this production?
Oh, he's a virgin. He's a virgin. Humanitarian. Something like a foundation. A virgin from Ghana too.
Yeah.
Him always. Yeah, he's the one who hook it up. And tell me about him. So let's make the link.
Awesome. Is this your first time recording with is your first time recording with an artist out of Ghana?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the first time.
Well, the production is A1. I really love the song as well. Could you tell us a little bit about the song, the message in the song itself?
Yeah, the song is really about His Imperial Majesty, Yeah.
Yeah.
Glorifying, His Majesty, Yeah.
Well, as you know, there's like it's a give. It's
and his works and thing,
Nice. As you know, it's always a given to do that on an everyday basis to give praises to the man upstairs. Appreciate that. Can you tell our listening audience where in Jamaica you're from and what influenced the music that you do?
I'm from Kingston, Jamaica,
Yeah.
Yeah, but right now I'm in Portmore.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then the music now is from our youth days, Yeah, going to school and thing, in our communities,
Yeah.
We start out, on the corners, and we used to sing on sound system, We used to have a sound system in my community that we use as practice,
Yeah.
Yeah, and we develop from there, and thing,
How many?
And we did our first recording, 2004, professionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my next question. How long you have been recording?
Yeah, the journey, yeah.
So you started
from 2004.
So you start
professional recording, but we've been there before that, because we used to do like dub plates and things like that. We used to hang out at the dub plate studio,
Okay.
In like the 90s and early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did the first dub plate like in 1993. That's the first time in a studio, Yeah. But in 2004 now, we did the first professional recording and thing. In 2011, the album, In 2018, we did an EP, And now we have a Spiritual Warfare, in 2021, album. It's a journey,
It is a journey. Indeed, it is a journey. Would you say that your journey throughout the years, every time you are doing a production, you have actually seen success where your production level in terms of your works and in terms of the material that you're putting together, every time that you record, can you yourself see the growth throughout the productions?
Yeah, man, for sure, man. Yeah, there's a growth, because you keep learning, So, yeah, you do better each time, Yeah, man, for real,
Now,
you have to be a growth,
starting out in music, who would you say are your influences?
I would say Sanchez. When I used to go to school, I used to listen to like Sanchez, I try to pattern him and thing until I find our own style, And then like people like Garnet Silk now, the roots part I know, Garnet Silk them, and Yami Bolo.
Yami Bolo.
Some of these strong influence, D Brown.
Some of the greats. I always say to persons on this show that when I ask them that question, what their influences, you're able to hear within the songs, within the production, a little bit of their influences as well. So as I listen to No One, featuring Meth Suda, There's a little bit of D Brown and Garnet Silk within there as well.
Yeah. Garnet is one of the main influences, you know.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of the
On the
great.
cultural side.
Of course, one one of the best who ever, did this. So speaking of productions themselves, you have worked with Metsuda out of Ghana. He's originally from Nigeria. This album, is it featuring any other African artists that's on this album?
No, it's the only African artist. But we work with African producers, you know, also.
Yes. You work with other African producers, but this is the only African artist included on the Spiritual Warfare album.
Yeah. The only African artist.
The only African artist. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of our listening audience, we have persons that are clocking in from various parts of the world. They're really loving the Metsuda track. Do you have any message for those persons who are currently listening to this track?
Okay. Yeah, I just want to say, give thanks to the support, you know, and, you know, try to listen to the whole album, you know, because I think the whole album is really, you know.
Yes, we're going to get into the other tracks.
Them, you know.
Yeah.
Sounding good.
We're going to get into the other tracks, but we're going to take a short break. We're going to go to No One, and we'll be right back with some more questions with Alovera, okay?
He is my soul provider. He is my everything. And he is the King of Kings. Glory to him. He makes my joy bell ring, ring. I will never deny the King. And the King make me chant and sing. Never deny the King. The King of Kings. I will never deny the King. No. The King make me dance and sing. Never deny the King. Always give praises to him.
No one but his imperial majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but his imperial majesty. At that time could conquer Italy. Hey, no one but his imperial majesty. Lord, at that time could conquer Mussolini. Well, no one but his imperial majesty. It is written down.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you have been listening to No One. We're featuring today Alovera, hails out of Jamaica, reggae artist. Alovera, I'm loving the theme of the album so far. You know, I've listened to the album in its entirety, and I'm going to get to some of the various tracks throughout this interview. One of the tracks that really stood out to me was a track, Natural Food. We are going to play that track within a few minutes. However, I wanted to ask, what was the concept behind Natural Food? You know, how did you come up with the writing? What were you thinking in terms of this track?
Yeah, natural food, you know, as it suggests, you know. I don't know, we Rastafari, you know, our liberty, you know, Rasta, you know, so we eat more natural, you know. So yeah, you know, this is want to inspire other people, you know, into a natural way of life, you know. I don't know, we don't want to go on over the whole COVID thing, and you know, you have to eat them way, you know, naturally if you build up the system, the immune system and things. So we say, let your food be a medicine, you know, and your medicine be a food, you know, so yeah, that's the lifestyle, you know, you know.
Yeah.
We say natural food, you know, straight, yeah.
Now, as we talk about natural food, and there are, you know, various individuals I've come across, and when you talk about natural food, persons or some people do not understand the concept behind that, and your food being your medicine, and your medicine is your, you know, your all of the above. But at the end of the day, it is like, I must ask, as a natural, are you a vegetarian?
Yeah.
You're a vegetarian, and you've been a vegetarian since birth, or just over time you adopt the concept?
Yeah, for years now, since I started and tried Rastafari, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 15 years now also. Or more, you know.
Yes. So I'm a vegetarian, but I have some of my friends that say it's so boring in terms of the food itself. And when I try to tell them, the concepts behind eating, natural foods and getting your food directly from the ground versus what's in the stores, some of them tend to not even realize that way of life actually takes you a long way, because it is that you are more immune and you have a system that's built for something such as to fight against, like, for instance, the COVID.
Yeah, Joe.
What's going on with that right now. So this song wasn't really inspired by COVID. It's a way of life that you operate on.
Yeah. Can write that song a couple of years ago, long before COVID, as I say,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't inspired by COVID. Yeah, so
no, not really.
okay, so you wrote the song a few years ago, but you just recently decided to send it through the airwaves.
Yeah. Cause I find a rhythm, I find a rhythm that match, so I just decide to do it, But I have it all along,
All right. Well, we're going to keep on running through the song, so we're going to let the general audience listen to Natural Food, and again, we'll be right back with more. This is an album, so we're running through as much tracks as possible that we can within the hour.
Okay.
No kukudu, no anameme, no quack, no cuckoo. No kukudu, no anameme, no anamumu. No kukudu, no anameme, no quack, no cuckoo. Strictly vegetation on my plantation. Strictly items too. Cabbage back to our callaloo. Positive vibration, spiritual connection. Nature will do. Provide good health for me and you. No may, no moo, that's not good for you. It give you cancer, give you pussy belly. Make you sicky, shake it like the regularly. Tap to take. Kukudu, no wanna me, no wanna moo. No kukudu, no wanna me, no quack, no cuckoo. No kukudu, no wanna me, no wanna moo. No kukudu, no wanna me, no quack, no cuckoo. Strictly organic food, put me in the right mood. Natural juice, beans and peas and fruits. I tell like it's imperial. You know that is vital. Eating nice golden.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Natural Food by Alovera, and let me tell you, I'm loving this song. Alovera, I have a question. So you said you had to, you wrote the song for a while, but you just got the rhythm. Are you the producer for this Natural Food rhythm?
No, not the producer. The virgin in Canada, in them Iron Lion Records,
Iron Lion, okay.
Yeah.
I'm loving the track because it's so different, It's out of the ordinary. It's not something that you regularly would actually see a reggae artist jump on. So the mix itself is different, very unique.
Yeah.
Very unique. Now we have Manny out of Germany. He actually says he knows of you and he has listened to your tracks in the past, and he's enjoying the album as well. He would like to know what inspired this album. What inspired the title of the album, Spiritual Warfare?
Yeah. Spiritual warfare. Yeah. Well, it is now. It's what going on now. Really inspired that title, Spiritual Warfare, Yeah, because when I look and I see what's going on, it definitely this is a warfare, against humanity, a spiritual warfare. You see me say so? Yeah. It's what's really happening now, really inspired the title, and the whole concept of the album, Awesome.
In You're currently in Portmore, Jamaica. Are you guys having lockdowns right now? I haven't like really been in the loop. Are you guys in lockdown right now?
No, it's only for one day, no. Only on Sundays. Only on Sundays. It was 3 days, but they free it up now to one day, you know. Only Sundays. But we have a split like from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the evening.
So
from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. each day.
So as we talk about the curfew, we talk about being in lockdown and stuff like that. How were you able to record this album? Did it compare to before you have recorded other albums in the past? Was it a harder process to record this album during the COVID period?
No, not really. No. The person who recorded is a producer that I work with all the while. They have a personal thing at him home, you know?
Yeah.
So as soon as we get the tracks and I'm ready up and thing, I just call him and I just go in and do my thing, you know? It's not really, difficult.
Okay. So we you know, one of the things is that we find that this COVID period, not everybody is so lucky to have the ability to go into studio. Some of the studios aren't open, to do works with various artists and stuff like that. So you got quite lucky. I have an artist actually over in Africa that I wanted to record an album, and it was one of the hardest things to record because the studios aren't open as they usually are before. So it's taken a while. Yeah. It's taken a while to get there, but we keep trying.
I say this version of impersonal thing at home,
Yeah.
As impersonal studio, yeah.
Awesome. Now
it's not like a public thing,
If you had to choose one of your songs, that's a favorite. It may be a hard go for this response, but I'm getting this question. I'm getting this question from Sandra out of Canada. She would like to know if you had to choose one of the songs of the album that's your favorite and why it is your favorite, which song would that be?
I would go with Spiritual Warfare,
The title.
The whole concept,
The title of the album. He's going with Spiritual Warfare, the title of the album as well, because it talks about what's going on in society today, what it is that the message of the album and so. Yeah. Well, Sandra, I must tell you, Alovera is very diplomatic, and he did choose the one answer that I would choose is just a Spiritual Warfare, to say that it's the title of the album, it's the theme and everything that has to do with the album. It's what it's about. Now, in comparison to all the tracks that are on the album, Spiritual Warfare is talking about what's going on in society. Are there other songs on the album that's similar in that respect, in terms of the theme of the album?
Yeah, cause most of the tracks them complement Spiritual Warfare, because there was a track on it named Hold On, Like I tell the ones them to hold on, and keep the faith and all these things. Despite, everything happening. And we have a next track where I say life for life, no matter what they do, I say, obstacle coming your way, So, they complement, most of the tracks them,
Awesome.
And then we tell about natural food again, so everything makes sense,
Okay, so...
And I never track named Justice again on the track. When I say justice, justice for you, justice for me,
Justice for you, justice for me.
Most of the tracks them complement,
Awesome.
Yeah, the Spiritual Warfare, the whole team.
Yes. So speaking of various tracks on the album, I listened to Life for Life, and it's one of my favorite tracks. I'm going to jump to this track, and when we come back, you're going to tell me a little bit about this track and what I know you're saying the album is inspired by everything that's going on in life, but I would like to know how it is that you come up with writing your material, and tell me a little bit about this track when I come back. So I'm going to jump to Life Oh Life. We are running through the album. There's so much great tracks that is on this album. I love it. So I would like all my listening audience to hit me up. If there's a track that you really like, start sending me a few text messages or start sending me a few messages through Spreaker and let me know exactly what you like, because I'll be giving away at least 10 tracks for each song that's on this album today. So reach out, tell me which track it is that you would like, and I will send it over to you. But for right now, we're going to jump to Life Oh Life, and we'll be right back with Alovera.
Oh yeah. Life, oh life, oh life. There ain't no easy way. No matter what you do or say, obstacles get in your way. I've been pushed and almost fell to the ground, but till I'm heading homeward bound, safe and sound. I tossed and turned, so many lessons I learned, and I know there's a blessing in return. I live and learn. Life, oh life, oh life. There ain't no easy way. No matter what you do or say, obstacles get in your way. Life, oh life, oh life. There ain't no easy road, no matter how hard you try. Woo, ow, 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 yeah. Life, oh life, there ain't no easy way. No matter what you do or say, obstacles get in your way. I've been pushed and almost fell to the ground, but till I'm heading homeward bound, safe and sound. I tossed and turned, so many lessons I learned, and I know there's a blessing in return. I live and learn. Life, oh life, there ain't no easy way. No matter what you do or say, obstacles get in your way. Life, oh life, there ain't no easy road. No matter how hard you try, it's so hard to get by. I've been done.
Yes, so I could see the audience is really loving Life Oh Life. Yes, so yes, we have Sandra out of Canada that is actually, saying big up and really loving the album as well. We have Greg out of Ghana that's saying this track actually complements spiritual warfare. It complements the title of the album as well. Would you agree, Alovera, that Life or Life complements the topic of spiritual warfare?
Yeah, man, remember me said that before, man, say, yeah, life or life,
Yes.
I don't know, yeah.
Loving this track. So in terms of the track itself, as a songwriter, there are various songwriters who do different things. I'm a songwriter. So, I like quietness and getting into my element itself when I go into songwriting. What are some of the concepts that you use when you go into songwriting? And how did you come up with the content of this song?
Yeah, life or life, I don't know, life, in life, you always have to get fight and you always have to find obstacles and all these things,
Mm-hmm.
So, that's one of them things there, where you get a fight, you know, and it inspire you, you know. Yeah.
Hold on. You're coming in choppy. Hold on a second.
It's so hard to get by. Life, oh life. There ain't no easy way. No matter what you do or say, also girl get in your way. Life, oh life. There ain't no easy road. No matter how hard you try. It's so hard.
Okay, we are back. Yes, you were you were coming in very choppy, but now you're sounding a lot clearer. So what was your response in terms of the writing concept of the song?
Yeah, because sometimes you write like you're going through a thing at the time, you know. So we write like life experience, you know, and what we see happening around we, you know.
Right.
You know, it's really reality, you know, and thing what we're going through maybe at the time, you know.
Reality music, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, this is one of my favorite songs of the album, the Life Oh Life song, because it speaks volume in terms of what's going on right now. That besides everything that's happening, that spiritual warfare and everything else, it's a strong message to say that, you know, in terms of life itself. It gives you a little bit of message within this song. Who is the producer on this track?
Oh, yeah, it's a virgin from France. We call him Medric. He's a French virgin, yeah.
Well,
Jet Beats is the name of him label, you know.
Yeah.
He always make some nice live beats, you know. The second song I do for him, you know. So I always like him production, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So is one of the dub guys, right? I'm getting that feel for the track itself as a dub feel to it as well.
Yeah.
So now that it is that you have this album, what is in store? We are currently in September. It's practically October now. What are your plans for the future in terms of this album is now out? You're looking towards Christmas and the end of the year. Are you working on other productions for this year, or are you looking towards marketing and promotions and coming out with something for next year?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of marketing and promotion for this one, and at the same time I want to have a next album working on right now.
Yes.
From last year, this producer virgin in Australia, you know. We've been doing some work with him. And he say actually he want an EP. He want an EP and then change to an LP. So he want an album. So we have 7 tracks so far.
Awesome.
You know? So next year we hope to continue voicing, and maybe next year we can put out another album, you know.
Wow. Speaking of tracks on the album, and we have gone through No One featuring Metsuda. We have gone through Life Oh Life. We have also done Natural Fruit. So to the listening audience, I have a few persons that are hitting me up and are telling me which one of the tracks that they would like. To our listening audience, please reach out and let me know which one of the following tracks that you would like a copy of. Okay, today's your lucky day. You get to choose which one of the tracks that we play today that you would like as well. Towards the end of the show, I will be giving out a few of the full album. But for now, you could just tell me which track you have listened to that you have liked. And there's only one track per person, okay? Now, as we speak about the different songs that are on the album, there is the Crime and Violence. There's one of the other tracks that actually I really love that track. It talks about just what's going on again in terms of society. We see so much crime and violence across the world, It's everything I pretty much labeled COVID right now. However, do you think that in the face of COVID, you're seeing more crime and violence, and does it attribute to what's exactly is going on within COVID and the various countries right now?
Yeah, definitely, definitely, especially in my country, Jamaica, a lot of crime and violence, and then find the younger youths now, teenager youths, getting involved, so that is one of the things that inspired this song, crime and violence that I see around, as we be on the news,
Wow.
It really inspired me to do this one, crime and violence,
Quite interestingly, I was reading a report in terms of the crime that's even going on within Jamaica, and I was baffled as well. Of course, it is that I, for myself personally, I think the lockdown has a lot to do with some of the things that are going. It's not the whole thing totally, but it plays a big part in terms of what's going on, for the crime and violence within the communities itself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, we are tuned in with reggae artist Alovera out of Kingston, Jamaica. Okay, we are running through his album today. The name of the album is Spiritual Warfare. So I see that there's a lot of different requests that are coming in. If it is that you're just coming, listening because someone asked me to play No One. They already purchased the album, and we did play No One. If I have a few minutes before we get out of here, I will play No One again. But I'm going to jump to the crime and violence song for our listening audience, so you guys can have a feel for the album and get an idea in terms of what it is you have to look forward to if you haven't purchased the album. And as well, you'll have an opportunity where it is that you can stream it across streaming platforms such as Spotify. But for right now, let's listen to Crime and Violence, and we'll be right back with more Alovera.
Miss a crocodile, why you acting so wild? And you were born as a disciplined child. Time to think, man say that them a gangster, and every ghetto youth a turn chopper. Every youth want be a rude boy. They wanna bread a life they want destroy. But the youth of today are the men of tomorrow. Yeah, I said to teach them the way, a better day, a brighter future. Top the day, too much crime and violence in the city. The dogs and the clubs and them not show no pity. Too much crime and violence in the town. Too many so-called rude boys around. Pure juvenile and turn shatter. They no care about life, it don't matter. And every man has said my killy. To take another life it's so easy. But they live for the moment. They don't care about tomorrow. No, they cause so many pain, so many grief and sorrow. Stop the thing. Too much crime and violence in the city. The dogs and the clubs and them not show no pity. Too much crime and violence in the town. Too many so-called rude boys around. Say them a killer, say them a shatter, say them a murderer. Every time you win a dope if you a dollar. Say them a dance, say them a dupe, say them a dapper. And all they do is kill their black brother. Change your sinful ways. Free yourself from mental slave. Stop being a victim to their system. Set an example for the babe and suckling. Top the day. Too much crime and violence in the city. The dogs and the clubs and them not show no pity. Too much crime and violence in the town. Too many so-called rude boys around. Man say that they my gangster. And every ghetto youth a turn chopper. Every youth want be a rude boy. They wanna breed a life they want destroy. But youth of today are the men of tomorrow. Yeah. Why can't you teach them the way? A better day, a brighter future. Chapter 10. Too much crime and violence in the city. The dogs and the clubs and them not show no pity. Too much crime and violence in the town. Too many so-called rude boys around. Too much crime and violence in the city. The dogs and the clubs and them not show no pity. Too much crime and violence in the town. Too many so-called rude boys around. Too much crime and violence in the city. The dogs and the clubs and them not show no pity. Too much crime and violence in the town. Too many so-called rude boys around.
Yes, Richard. Yes, Richard out of Gambia. Thanks for listening. Richard out of Gambia stressed that he likes a few songs off the album. Richard, I'm gonna need you to like all the album still, but yeah, Richard likes a few songs off the album, and he really likes this one because it speaks of an important topic, crime and violence as well. That's not just happening within our communities, but happening across the world. So again, this album is living up to what exactly the artist Alovera has pointed out at the top of the show, that yes, we're talking about spiritual warfare, is talking about the various things that are going on across the world, and the different songs on the album, he's highlighting what that topic is. The name of the album again is Spiritual Warfare. We've been able to run through a few of the tracks thus far. The last track you just listened to is Crime and Violence. It's talking about the different things that's going on right now, not only in Jamaica, but across the world in terms of crime and violence. Again, it is my belief that with COVID-19, the existence of COVID-19 allowed some of these things to actually get worse instead of better. It's not the only thing, however, that's my belief. Alovera, are you there?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, yeah.
So you say for this year, you're going to be marketing and promoting the album in different places, and planning to come out with another album for next year. Is that early in the year, mid-year, or late year?
Yeah, maybe like mid, like maybe like this time, August, September.
Oh, next year. So you want to do this one for a full year, Now, when we talk about marketing your product across the world, where would you say is your number one audience?
So maybe in Europe and Africa,
And your music those two places are actually great for the music that you do, the cultural aspect of the music itself. Awesome. So now I know that within your songs there's a little bit of versatility. For some of the songs it appears that there's a dancehall undertone, for instance on Crime and Violence, dancehall undertone, but it's mostly like cultural reggae music. Is there a preference in terms of reggae? Do you prefer cultural over dancehall? And do you actually have any dancehall songs out there?
No, not really. No, don't have any dancehall. Afrobeat.
Okay.
Yeah, and I prefer reggae, definitely over dancehall. My style of,
Yeah.
my thing, yeah, but we could still go on a dancehall, with the same message,
Well, I think Crime and Violence has a dancehall undertone to it, but but mostly that cultural reggae music feel to it as well.
Yeah.
In terms of
interesting that song, the producer, he did a dub mix. I don't know if you know dub.
Yes.
Like the European, he did a dub mix for it. You have some people requesting it, so they like it and thing, and they want to put it on vinyl, so he did a dub. dub version.
You have to get me
That's
a dub version. I really am a dub fan, so you have to get me a copy of that. Yes, you gotta.
Yeah, have it, man.
Most definitely, that's something that I would want to include in my radio mix, or for the various playlists, as well as on the show itself. Yeah, but that's a good move. That's a good move right there. So, as we talk about collaborations, on this album, so far we have played Metsuda that you had a collaboration with. Is that the only artist that you were able to collaborate on this album?
Yeah. The only I did a collab with an artist, a Spanish artist from one of those Spanish country.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly. It's from Chile. And it's very popular in that section in the Spanish region. They have big following and thing. His name Kaliaja.
Okay.
But we did a song, but it was a collab. It was a cover version. The Bojo Winnie one there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but it's like again, Movie Star. Yeah, we did Movie Star, a nice track. But yeah, I didn't put it on the album, because I have to go through so much thing, get the license for it, and that's it. Yeah, never bother use it.
okay.
But he planning to use it on his album,
Nice. I need to be able to get a copy of that as well. I'm doing a mix.
Okay.
I'm doing a playlist, so for myself I have a separate radio station where it is that I license it. So some of these tracks that are the artists that I interview, I include them in various playlists, and they are played on that station where, in order to help you guys to be able to get more royalties and stuff like that. So that's something that I would like to include, as I'm going to get using a few of your songs as well to mix for that station. So yeah, we're getting towards the end of our interview itself. We haven't played Spiritual Warfare. I'm going to close out with Spiritual Warfare, but before I do you have any general message to the listeners, or any shout outs to persons that you would like to send out?
Yeah, to the listeners, just say, stay positive, and be safe, They don't know in this time, and like big of you, Miss Rose, you don't know.
Thank you.
Your input, in the album.
Yeah.
And the distribution and all of that, You want to give thanks,
Yeah.
I want to big up all of the producers, them, who play them part, in the album, Spiritual Warfare, And yeah, man, you just want to give thanks,
Most definitely. I would like to send a shout out to all the producers that are on this album. For myself, as a producer as well, giving credit where credit is due, because the tracks, the underlying tracks that make up this album, they are good tracks. Very well put together, very well mastered and everything. So yeah, shout out to all the producers. They don't get a lot of the flowers as well, I see. Actually, I'm going to be having a producer show coming up where we'll highlight different producers, and for artists who would like to listen to their work and connect with the producers, I have that show coming up in the future. So do stay tuned for that. I'm going to invite a few producers to come through from different parts of the world. Where can the audience locate Spiritual Warfare?
Yeah, the album is out now, in all the online stores, All the online stores,
Yeah.
Yeah, from Spotify, iTunes, you name it, it's there. Yeah, so just check it out.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the name of the album is Spiritual Warfare. We're going to close out this interview with Spiritual Warfare. We do have Wyre out of Kenya for our next interview. We're going to close out with Spiritual Warfare, but to all our listening audience or listening, I'm giving away 10 copies of Spiritual Warfare, the entire album. So please hit me up so that I can get you a copy, gifting you a copy. You don't have to necessarily have iOS. Even if you have Android, it's something that I will be able to gift you a copy. So please hit me up. We're giving away 10 copies, okay? To all the listening audience. Alovera, it's been a pleasure. We're going to close out with Spiritual Warfare. Again, this song, Spiritual Warfare, is the cover of the entire production on the Spiritual Warfare album. If you cannot purchase it, you can actually stream it across the streaming networks such as Spotify. And if you do in time, send me a text message. I will give you a copy of the album, taking our first 10 requests, okay? Anything else before we jump out, Alovera?
Yeah, I just want to give thanks again. I want the listeners then to follow me, on the social medias, Otis Alovera, OtisAlovera,
Yes.
And all the social media, from Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Yeah, man, I'm blessed up, man. Give thanks.
Yes. So, to our listening audience, yes, please check out Otis Alovera across the social media platforms, because I'm letting you know right now, you might want to, like I said, please follow him, because he's on his way up. There's no way down. It's on his way up. This album speaks volume. Follow him. Let him know what you think about his interview. Let him know what you think about the tracks. And if you would like to collaborate with him as well, you might want to reach out with him and, see what you guys could do on that end as well. Okay? Alovera, it's been a pleasure having you hang out. And I look forward to greater things. And I will keep on supporting you. Okay?
Yeah, man. Big up.
Awesome. All right. Have a good one.
So please beware and take care. This world is changing now. It's a warfare, a biological warfare. So please beware and take care. This world is changing now. Only Jah can see us through in everything we do. He's our guiding only way through the darkness of the day. Mankind can't stop the time. Fast forward, carry wine. Always I make trouble. Trouble when no fit trouble. I know a new virus a bubble. It's a warfare, a spiritual warfare. So please beware and take care. This world is changing now. It's a warfare, a biological warfare. So please beware and take care. This world won't be the same place. From the east to the west, to the north, to the south. Warfare. If you're black or you white or you red or you yellow. Warfare. Even if you're rich or you poor. Say what a pandemic, make everybody panic. It's putting everyone in fear. Say what a pandemic, it's a warfare, a spiritual warfare. So please beware and take care. This world is changing now. It's a warfare, a biological warfare. So please beware and take care. This world won't be the same place. Only love can save us now. It's time we stand and take a vow. United we stand, divided we fall. It's a spiritual battle for one and all. Man to man we the new world order. All they create is disaster. Trying to destroy the future, oppose the creator. It's a warfare, a spiritual warfare. So please beware and take care. This world is changing now. It's a warfare, a biological warfare. So please beware and take care. This world is sound the warfare. If you black or you white or you red or you yellow, it's a warfare. Even if you rich or you poor, it's a warfare. On the battlefield, in the danger zone, it's a warfare. It's a warfare. It's a warfare.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, earlier today we listened to the sounds of Ganjahtrix, okay? And as well, we had an opportunity to run through Alovera's Spiritual Warfare, okay? That's the name of the album. We played a few tracks from the album, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, if it is that you would like a copy of the album, okay? I am giving away 10 copies. Matter of fact, all 10 copies are gone. It's your lucky day. If you would like a copy of Spiritual Warfare, please reach out to me and I will actually gift you a copy, okay? You just reach out to me. As well, if you're able to, you can stream the album on Spotify itself, okay? But right now, the man of the hour, we are talking about Wyre, reggae dancehall artist who hails out of Kenya, okay? When there are persons who realize that he was going to be on today's show, I have so much requests, persons reaching out to me and say, can you play me Kingston Girl? Or can you play me one of the other tracks? Well, we will be back with Wyre in no time, okay? So, let's get it started. We're going to touch bases with him to find out what's been going on in his world, okay? Thanks for tuning in to the
Fresh Air Productions. Enough respect going out to Arif, Super Cooper, Love Child and the case, and feed the youths pan the scene. Feed the youths pan the scene. Time for the youths to rise up. This is an uprising. Yeah, this is an uprising. Yeah, this is an uprising. Feed the youths pan the scene. Tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, this is an uprising. Yeah, this is an uprising. Yeah, this is an uprising. For the youths on the scene. Tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see. Foundation of the future be the only thing, and the focus of the youths. And whether get a youths or the uptown youths, and it no matter strap on your Gideon boots and ready now to burn down.
Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, the audience is just so pumped. in terms of Wyre being on today's show. I think Wyre actually went out and got this audience because it is that my board is just going insane in terms of him being on today's show. I love the spirit, you know, for the fans, for Wyre fans, and for the fans for this one-on-one music review show. They do not disappoint. They show up every week and give it 100. So all the supporters that are out there right now hitting me up about Wyre, yes, do send the questions in. He's going to be on momentarily as well. Okay? You are listening to Uprising by Wyre. Okay? We aim to please. We do not disappoint. Wyre is going to be on in just a few minutes. But for right now, keep on enjoying his Uprising song. And please send me all the questions because I got you.
Time for the youths to rise up. This is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see. Foundation of the future be the only thing, and the focus of the youths, and whether get a youths or the uptown youths, and it no matter strap on your Gideon boots, and ready enough to burn down corruption, burn drug abuse, and burn negativity in life for the youths. And we no 1% fight anymore, and we no 1% fight anymore. This is uprising, yeah, this is uprising, yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see. Your whole life you've been talking about the way upon the door. You've been knocking on the door of success. For the time you not stress, but the pay off it come for all of you working. In you me see the future leader and the future teacher and the future mother and the father of our children. And only you are control where your life goes. Only you are control where your life goes. Uprising, yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, we no want no fighting in our yard. Tell them we no want no fighting in our yard. We no want no hate in our yard. Tell them we no want no hate in our yard. We no want no negativity. Tell them we no want no negativity. Hey, we no 1% fight anymore, and we no 1% fight anymore. This is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. For the youths on the scene, tell them not to lose hope in life. No, you see, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Yeah, this is uprising. Fresh Air Productions. Enough respect going out to Arif, Super Cooper, Love Child on the case, and feed the youths on the scene. Feed the youths on the scene. Time for the youths to rise up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, to the listening audience that's awaiting Wyre, he is here, okay? And I have all the questions lined up for him, all the persons that want to ask all the questions. Listen, I don't know about all the questions now, but I will try to get in as much, questions in between the music, okay? And I'm not going to hold Wyre to answering them. I will ask the pertinent questions. Hey, Wyre, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Glad to be on your show.
Man, let me tell you, it's like a wave just now. You know, we had a lot of listeners listening to him from different countries, but it was like a wave. It's like your fans just started texting us and sending in messages and saying, okay, here's what we want to ask him, and can you play this song, and can you play Kingston Girl? And I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah, man, that's my army, man. That's my army.
I'm loving it. Shout out to Nigeria. Various persons texting me from there as well. Bobby, Cecil, we have Ezekiel, different persons that are just texting as well. You know what? I am going to take this time to big up all the countries that are clocking in right now. Okay?
Yeah, but you're bless up Nigeria, bless up Bobby.
Bless up Uncle Susa out of Zimbabwe, okay? Zimbabwe in the house. Zimbabwe's in the house. We have Gambia. Gambia really loves Wyre, matter of fact. Gambia was...
Respect Gambia.
Gambia is here. Ghana is here.
Ghana, not respect.
Always here every week. South Africa, listen, they just, you name it. Johannesburg, Cape Town, Pretoria, Rustenburg.
Bless up my SA camp.
Well, you have a huge following in the UK. Did you know that?
Respect to my UK family up there.
Wow. UK, shout out to you. And there are fans across Europe and Canada as well. Okay, now something that I don't see quite too often, and a few persons that are clocking in right now out of Mauritius. Let me pronounce it correctly. Is it Mauritius?
Mauritius.
Yeah. Yes, we got a few persons in Mauritius. Now, you know, sometimes they come and they disappear, and they come and they go. But boy, big up to Ifa Kush.
I haven't been there, man. I'd love to tour down there.
Yes, and to Ifa Kush producer, I see you as well. Thanks for tuning. Jamaica producers. Well. That was quite an interesting welcome. So Wyre.
Yes.
Over the years, you have had so many fans across the world. Okay.
Yeah. We give thanks for that.
Let me ask you, what is the most request song in terms when you go live to perform? What is the most requested song that persons want to see you perform?
Well, it actually depends on the region I'm performing at.
Okay.
For instance, in Nairobi, it's a different mix. A lot of people love the reggae side, so Kingston Girl is a favorite.
Yes.
Some of the old school tracks like Bless My Room. And of course, when I go to Tanzania and Uganda, they love dancehall. So tunes like Nakupenda Pia are really big on that side, or Mimi Nae.
Oh, speaking of Tanzania, shout out to Tanzania. I see Jen and I see Paul out of Tanzania as well. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. They're actually, happy that you're here, because actually one of the listeners says it's not very often we hear Wyre in an interview, but I've seen you do quite a few interviews across not just with myself but other persons. Am I correct?
Well, I am kind of picky with my interviews.
Ooh!
So
I'm honored right now.
Nah, your family. But I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on the show. And let's vibe. Send the questions. Keep them coming.
So what's quite interesting is that yesterday I told someone that you're picky. To work with you. So I told someone you were picky, but to hear you echo it, I hope that person is listening right now, so they understand that I did not lie to them. Wyre is very picky, okay? And he's picky. He's kind of like a little bit like myself. I there's an energy thing that goes on there, and in terms of me talking, I always tell people I only talk on Fridays when I have interviews. The rest of the week, I don't want to hear anything.
You're one of those as well.
Yeah, I just, I'm that kind of person. People hear me talk, and when they hear me talk on the show, they don't understand. I'm an introvert. I don't care too much about being in the limelight. I don't like to talk unless it's absolutely necessary. And so on Friday, I give this energy where people think that this is me all day. One of the things is that, I'm not a smoker, so I'm naturally high. I'm just naturally high when there's great music. So because within the hours that I'm on air, I'm playing good music, I exhume that energy, but I'm naturally high.
All right, then. Turn that into a song, huh?
Right. I think I'll sell. I think I will sell. Oh, big up to Jamaica. Big up Jamaica, who is tuning in right now. Proverbs. Yes, I see you, Proverbs, sending your love. That's what's up. Oh.
Bless up, Proverbs, man.
Yes. So, Wyre, you've been to Jamaica before. Are you planning to go back anytime soon? Are you planning to go back to Jamaica anytime soon?
Yes. I've got my team up there, Health Cornerstone Entertainment, that I'm doing a couple of projects with up there. So we're definitely looking at traveling back there, maybe sometime early next year. But I loved it. The first time I was there, I really enjoyed the vibes, man. The people were so friendly. I got to shoot my video with Elaine in Kingston. So I really loved the vibe up there. I got to record at the Top Gang Studios. So for me, it was a very humbling experience just to be there and experience the culture, man. Only problem I had was the spicy food.
You don't like spicy food?
No, not at all.
I think I'm the only Jamaican that don't really like spicy food. Like my kids love spice. Man. My kids could eat spicy food all day, and I'm looking at them like, oh, you guys are crazy.
Trust me, Jamaicans love their spice, man. So I had a big problem with spicy food up there.
We have that jerk chicken and all of that, So when you're in Jamaica, you had a chance to check out like the jerk chicken, and those guys are awesome.
Yeah. I went to what do you call it? Tracks and what's you saying? Bowls restaurant called Tracks and something? Tracks and Records.
Something like that. I am not a restaurateur person.
Yes.
Yeah.
So So we had some jerk chicken up there, man. A big up Elaine. She was an amazing host. She managed to take me to a couple of studios. In fact, that's how I got into the country bus rhythm, because she took me to Chimney Records, introduced me to Jordan, and well, good vibes in the studio.
As I deal with so many artists, I've interviewed so many artists across this one-on-one music review show or various shows, because I have more than one show. But all these artists that I've interviewed, they haven't had a chance to go to Jamaica. So to really talk to an artist who have been to Jamaica before, and to hear you share your experience, oh my gosh, it makes me want to go home now. Now I'm homesick.
I loved it, and let me tell you what I found so interesting. The moment we got off the plane, and then you're walking through the terminal, and we passed about 3 cops on the way in. Then I heard them talking patois. I'm like, what? Y'all talk like this? They're like, what?
Hold on, you were breaking up. Say it again.
I'm saying I found it. I was passing Norman Manley Airport.
Mm-hmm.
And they were speaking in patois. So I found it so cool. So it was so interesting.
Oh, to hear the cops speak patois.
Yeah, man. It's not the usual thing you hear on this side.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. But it's quite interesting as well that you had a chance to visit Jamaica and see what it's like. But even like I find in this modern day and age that someone in the US most recently, and I had to my head made a 360 because it is that. I was speaking to the person perfect English, and they says, "Oh, you have an accent." I said, "I'm Jamaican." Then my daughter called and I was talking patois with her. When I got off the phone, the person, "I didn't know Jamaicans speak English." I was like, "Excuse me?" What? My head's been like a 360, like, what? Exactly. Well, English is our first language. However, we do speak patois. We do it really good, especially, you see, I speak, I can speak that perfect English, like they say. However, if you get me upset, there's nothing you will hear except the patois. Okay, that's it.
That I noticed.
And we do it very fast, especially, and there's certain things that go along with it because I run track, so I was a sprinter, so we talk very fast. If you don't realize, a lot of sprinters talk very fast. So when you get upset, a whole other level. That's it. Okay?
Crazy.
All right, well, our introduction is all about everything or whatever the audience is loving. We have all these questions that are coming in. Okay, let's jump to two of the questions, and we are going to jump to this Kingston Girl track that I would say Nairobi is texting me to play Kingston Girl, because most of the messages that are coming in about Kingston Girl is coming out of Nairobi. Okay, so this.
I was really happy. I was really happy to be on that project. Because we shared the rhythm with quite a number of artists that I love, man. Gramps Morgan and Jamiri Morgan on their track. There was Taurus Riley. There was Alaine. So big up all the artists on the rhythm.
No, that's quite interesting because I never realized that. That was going to be one of my questions, but I didn't realize that Taurus Riley and Gramps Morgan and all these artists were actually part of this this track. I didn't realize that as well. So I'm gonna have to go check out that mix after. But to our listening audience, especially Nairobi, it's not only Nairobi that requested Kingston Girl, but a huge portion of persons that are requesting it are from Nairobi. There are other persons from different countries who would like to hear. Okay, Pete, out of Gambia. Yes, I'm going to play it right now. Okay. Kingston Girl, ladies and gentlemen.
My Nairobi family, man.
Nairobi loves you. Listen, we're going to play Kingston Girl, and we'll be right back with Wyre in just a few minutes. More questions.
On me throw me came across this island girl. Love child on the case. So went back to the studio. Chimney Records. Hey, Kingston girl, won't you come take a walk with me? Kingston girl, won't you come take a walk with me? Nikupeleke hadi Kenya, come back home. Nikupeleke hadi Kenya, come back home. Complete is the way that me feel anytime you look at me. Me no want to try come out of this island. Been around and seen a lot of gal around AI, but none of them still caught me eye. See you that I want and I need in my life, AI. Me want to show you bits of me culture, so let me take you to a country that me call me yard. Down in East Africa, Kingston gal, won't you come take a walk with me? Yeah. Kingston gal, won't you come take a walk with me? Nikupeleke hadi Kenya, come back home. Nikupeleke hadi Kenya, come back home. Me want to take you to a town called Nairobi. Take you on Panama tattoo the whole day. Take you to me family so that you know me. Make we eat that yama choma the whole day. Baby, come in on me yard. Let me show you how me want. Treat you from the start. Remember that? So let me take you to a country that me call me yard. Down in East Africa, Kingston girl, won't you come take a walk with me? Yeah. Kingston girl, won't you come take a walk with me? Nikupeleke hadi Kenya, come back home. Nikupeleke hadi Kenya, come back home. You don't need to think twice about it. No twice, think twice. There's a first time for everything. First time for everything. Trust my words when I say I'ma treat you like royalty. Let me take you to the motherland. Let me treat you like a queen. Kingston girl, won't you come take a walk with me? Yeah. Kingston girl, won't you come take a walk with me? Nikupeleke hadi Kenya. Come back home. Nikupeleke hadi Kenya. Come back home. Kingston girl, won't you come take a walk with me?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. So, Kenya, and to everyone who requested Kingston Girl, there it is. You have it. Kingston Girl. And to all the new persons who are just tuning in, yes, you are here with Wyre, straight out of Kenya, okay? And the name of the track was Kingston Girl. So, Wyre, question.
Talk to me.
Question coming from you. Susan out of the UK.
Okay.
She would like to know, what inspired the Kingston Girl rendition?
Actually, the idea came up when I was in, of course, when I was in Juno. I need to write about a story of somebody who's not from Jamaica traveling there. Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody who fell in love there and wanted to come back with a Jamaican girl.
And that's what the
so that was the theme of the
You're breaking up.
Hello? Yeah. So I got the idea when I was in Iraq and played with the rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let me do a story of a foreigner who's traveled to Jamaica and fell in love with this girl and asked her to come back home with her.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I love the storyline. And I love the song as well. I don't think I can beat Kenya listeners or Kenyan fans because they have been listening to the song longer than I have. I discovered you over the years, but Kenya has you for so much years, and their support, their undying support is just phenomenal because there are so many Kenyans right now that are clocked in and listening.
Bless up my Kenyan family, man.
Yes. So as we talk about Kingston Girl, and you kind of like went to Jamaica, you got the key and unlocked a lot of different things and experiences there. Is it safe to say that reggae music is your preference in terms of genre?
Yes, over the years, that's what's happened. I started off experimenting, with different genres, R&B, fuse it with a dance hall thing. But over the years, my catalog has really grown to be more of reggae, and my fans have really gravitated to that way. You know what I mean? So ever since I was in the Necessary Noise group, some of our biggest hits were reggae. Tunes like Bless My Room, tunes like Kenyan Girl. That was all reggae back then. So and Kenyans love reggae, man. On this side, there's a huge fan base when it comes to reggae music. Yes, dancehall is bigger as well, but not as massive as reggae on this side. So I dabbled in both.
Well, speaking of reggae music playing in Kenya, I have a few persons on my show, or even a few of my own Jamaicans, which have been telling about not just Kenya, but the different African countries, that how celebrated reggae is within Africa. Like, let's talk about Kenya, for instance. It's like, I think being in Kenya within a 24-hour period, 24 of those hours I'm listening to reggae. If I go to the store, if I go into a gas station, wherever I go, there's reggae music playing. To the point where I had to say to a friend of mine, it's like, wait a minute, what happened to you guys' traditional music?
No, listen. The music came from here first. You remember, they were Africans before they went to Jamaica.
My God.
So these are the roots, man. It just came back home. Let's just say the music came back home.
Wow. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But yeah, the culture is huge here. Every night there's a reggae night in a club in Nairobi. You know what I mean? Some of the biggest reggae concerts and festivals are held in Kenya as well. Anytime a Jamaican artist comes to perform, the numbers are huge, man. We're looking forward to having Itana come this October, man, for our next concert. And her album was named the Swahili name Pamoja.
But don't you have a track on? Don't you have a track on that album as well?
Yes. I was privileged to be able to feature on that album. Big up Itana for featuring me on the album. We did a song called "The One," a lovers rock tune, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully shoot the video when she's around.
Well, I love Etana. I really, really, really love her music. I kind of wish that I was going to be there in October, but no, it can't happen. It can't happen. So can you guys just keep her there till December or something?
We'll send you a few clips.
Yeah.
We'll send you the clips, no worries, man.
One of the things is that I've never seen Etana in concert. That's one of my things. I need to see.
She's amazing.
I need to see Etana in concert.
She's a vocal powerhouse. And you know what? I love how she writes her music. She's an amazing writer. Mm-hmm. But first time I ever saw her perform was at the Irama Awards, actually, because I was nominated and I was performing as well.
Right.
In Miami. And she did a set just after my performance, and she killed it, man. She did an amazing show. And then I opened for her twice in Nairobi, actually. First at the Carnival, and she came down with Taurus Riley.
Yeah.
And then she did her own show, and then I also opened then. So yeah, man. She's one artist I really respect when it comes to the art, man, and she's a powerhouse when it comes to reggae music.
Pretty awesome. Well, speaking of Etana herself, and wanting to see her in concert, somebody else that I would like to see is Alaine. I've actually interviewed Alaine a few months ago on this show.
Yeah.
Yes, and she says, send my shout outs to Wyre. So now you're sending shout outs to Alaine. She was here a few months ago. Such a nice soul. She's boy, when you're talking about an artist that's humble and is so talented, that's Alaine for you.
She's amazing, and she's very talented, man. She really introduced me to a lot of people in the media when I came to Jamaica. She was an amazing host.
Yes.
She introduced me to video directors, to the top selectors, to the radio hosts, top producers, man. So big up Alaine for making that link, man, because it really helped.
Yes, she's a beautiful soul.
And she sang Swahili.
Oh yeah. Yes. That's another thing as well, is like as Jamaicans who speak various languages as well, and some persons don't realize, but we actually in depending on which high school you go to, which I don't know if it has changed over the years, but for myself, when I attended high school, there was 4 languages, and you had to learn one of the languages apart, from your regular English. So I knew Spanish and I knew French from high school. So I graduated out of school already knowing 2 of those languages, and throughout the years being able to add 6 more, so being able to speak 9, but Swahili is not one of them. Now,
Wait, you added 6 more?
Yes.
Jeez. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it helps, it helps with writing for the artist. It helps when it is that they, to help with their production. It helps to have a conversation. But it's kind of interesting because Kenya is like my first love in terms of African country. Now, I don't want any other country on this line to be jealous. I love all of the countries, all of them. One of the reasons why it is in terms of Kenya, because of what it is that I do as a profession, this is the best country to be in because of my profession, because of the music, because of the track and field that's attached to what I do. And also, it's the gateway into Africa. When you're talking about the reggae artists getting into Kenya, I think before COVID, every week there was a reggae artist performing in Kenya. Am I correct?
Yeah, it was crazy. Man.
It was insane. Every weekend there was a Jamaican artist performing in Kenya. That's how much they love reggae.
That's crazy. But I know Zimbabwe, Gambia, and Ghana are also big on reggae, man.
No, all the countries are big on reggae. All of them are big on reggae.
Yeah.
One of the things that I love about Kenya is specifically is because it adopted what used to happen in Jamaica, and I say used to. I can wake up 2 o'clock in the morning and go to a club in Kenya. You can't do that in Jamaica no more because they're shutting off the music. You know, to me, it's becoming very Americanized, and you know all of the other stuff that goes along with it. But in Kenya, I can wake up 2 o'clock and go to a club, and Kenyans, they party all night.
Full sound system culture, man, still going on.
Exactly.
Yeah, big up all the sound systems, by the way, man. And Dr. Family to More Spice, to Tear Gas Entertainer, man. Massive shout out to all the selectors out there, man. Pushing the reggae and dancehall culture.
For sure. Well, as we speak about Elaine, I'm going to jump to Nakapenda Pia, and I'll be right back with more Wyre.
Say that again?
Nakapenda.
Pronounce that again.
I said Nakapenda Pia. That's not correct?
Well, you tried. It's Naku, not Naku Penda, not Nako.
You see, that's the reason why it took me so long to get into Swahili. Because Kenyans will correct you right away. Over in Ghana, they don't do that when I'm talking to it. Even if I say it incorrectly, they're like, afterwards, they're like, Miss Rose, this is how you say it. Kenyans correct you right away. It's like, what did you just say? They don't care. They stop you. All right. We're going to listen to, say it, Wyre. Nakupenda. Nakupenda?
Yeah, that's it.
Nakupenda Pia. Featuring Elaine with Wyre. Okay? Enjoy. We'll be right back.
Set you want a man. Set you want a man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wyre, Elaine. Oh,
Love Child Records. Set you want a man who be faithful. She don't want a man who be so ungrateful. She don't need a love to be painful. More time for your heart, she be grateful.
Wyre make me wanna say nakupenda pia, pia. Aha, nakupenda pia. You make me wanna say nakupenda pia, pia. Aha, nakupenda pia, pia, pia.
She don't care about me background story and thing. All she wants in life is oneness and thing. Saying to myself, me want this fine thing. Put me game in check to say the right thing. Listen, yeah, let me put a ring on it. Share it to me name, let her make you one call it. Them call me love child, consider me on it. Coming on me tongue, let me show you how me run it. She want a man who be faithful. She don't want a man who be so ungrateful. She don't need a love to be painful. More time for your heart, she be grateful.
Wyre make me wanna say nakupenda pia, pia. Aha, nakupenda pia. You make me wanna say nakupenda pia, pia. Aha, nakupenda pia. Wyre teach me Swahili, love in every language, yeah, me want feel it. I mean really, deeply, completely. Diverse class from Kingston straight to Nairobi. Don't wanna be lonely. Oh, oh, oh. This a loving, this a loving, this a loving gas while. Oh, oh. Come make we bring forth another love child.
Said she want a man who be faithful. She don't want a man who be so ungrateful. She don't need a love to be painful. More time for your heart, she be grateful.
Wyre make me wanna say nakupenda pia, pia. Aha, nakupenda pia. You make me wanna say nakupenda pia, pia. Aha, nakupenda pia, pia, pia. Oh, what a ting, ting, ting. The love you give me make me sing, sing, sing. Oh, what a ting, ting, ting. You treat me good, me African king. I'll be a queen from Jamaica. I cook your dinner, teach you patois. And when you're stressed, I'll make it better. I'll rub your head, massage your shoulder.
just like a lane. Feel love me, go and wait pon the rain. Ecstasy she go and get when I strain. Want to give you a little taste of me game. She grind properly when she wine in front of me. Show me that truly she be Jamaican and know a thing. Dirty wine and everything that don't come with it. And know me love it when she said she want a man who be faithful. She don't want a man who be so ungrateful. She don't need a love to be painful. More time for your heart, she be grateful.
Why we make me wanna say nakupenda pia pia, aha nakupenda pia. You make me wanna say nakupenda pia pia, aha nakupenda pia.
Said she want a man who be faithful. She don't want a man who be so ungrateful. She don't need a love for
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Nakupenda Pia. Wyre corrected me. I'm telling
Finally, you
you,
got it.
I think that's the 10th language that I'm going to learn. I have to learn Swahili. I'm so intrigued, It's kind of a reversed thing going on in terms of me learning Swahili. Like when I'm in Kenya and someone is speaking Swahili, I'm so intrigued. I'm like, oh, okay. One of these days I want to talk like that. When it's on that side,
no time, trust me.
We're on the other end, Jamaicans. People like to hear Jamaicans talk and talk patois and stuff like that. So yeah, quite interesting. So yes, the audience is loving this song. Well, they love everything that you produce and everything that I play. The audience is just like so in tune to it. So you visited Jamaica. You had a chance to hook up with Elaine. As I said before, I have had her on the show. She's a beautiful soul. Very down to earth, humble, and a true professional that she is. So you have worked with Elaine, you have worked with Etana, you have worked with Gramps Morgan. Now you have called some names.
Yeah, Peter and Gramps Morgan.
Right, and we are talking about huge artists in the business. From time to time, I always say this. I am trying to get a feature, which on. For instance, one of your songs. Myself. I'm not as big as Gramps Morgan or Etana or Elaine. Is it something that you'll consider? I want to be able to just 4 bars. That's it.
Yes. I'm all about networking, man. Music is about crossing borders and working with new acts.
New acts.
One secret to keep the brand alive is definitely working with new artists. So I don't limit myself to working with only established artists. As long as the vibe is right and the end product can be magical, let's make it work, man.
I love it. I love that response. I love it. This is my first time asking artists that on this show, and I love that response because I work in this music scene, and there are artists that it's like if you're not on the same wavelength as them, they're not going to even give you the time of day. They want to know that you are on the same wavelength and are going to be able to, for whatever reason. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, I believe, see, different artists have different characters, man. So maybe what I'm comfortable with is not what another artist
is, yeah.
But yeah, I'm especially being a producer, and I've worked with so many artists in the past, and I've seen the struggle. I've seen what it takes to try and turn your name into a brand. So whatever I can do on my end to also be able to lend a hand to somebody else, to break through in the industry. I mean, let's do it. But as long as the quality is not compromised, and we make it sound right.
Yep. I agree. I totally agree. So you have worked with some of the top artists out of Jamaica. As we look at the numbers and the different artists that are available right now, there are a few quite well that I think would interest you. Are there any other artists out of Jamaica that when we talk about that you like to collaborate with? Is there anyone in mind that you yourself would like to collaborate with?
Yeah, sure. Okay, right now I'm listening to a lot of Dexter Dubs.
Dexter Dubs? I love Dexter Dubs. His wordplay is insane.
Sorry?
His wordplay is insane. Wordplay. He's
he's an amazing singer and DJ. He's an amazing singer. I like his sound. Of course, I'm the biggest a Junior Gong fan.
Yes. Junior Gong.
Yeah. I'm a big Junior Gong fan. And I guess also from the old school, I would love to work with Don Carlos.
Huh. Well, I may just have a link, or I know a person who know a person, I know a person, because I would love to hear a Wyre and Don Carlos. In terms of Dexter Daps,
Don, man. The first album I ever owned was a Don Carlos thing.
And Don Carlos is huge in Kenya. Kenya really loved Don Carlos. That I know as a fact.
Yeah, man. He really inspired me when I was starting out. So trust me. Yeah.
Dexter Daps wordplay. Him and what's his name? Agent Sasko. They're the master.
Sasko's bad news, man.
Him and Sasko.
Oh, yeah.
Their wordplay are insane. Yes. Now, another thing as well. Every time I ask a male artist, who would you like to collaborate with? I'm hearing all the male. What about the female? What about the female?
Mm-hmm. I'm loving Shensea's sound. When it comes to the singers, I'm a big Queen Africa fan. Queen Africa, I love her.
Yes. Very unique.
Amazing sound.
Yes. I know someone that you might want to think about collaborating with. Because for some reason I see you and this artist like doing amazing song and a video. Ready?
Yeah.
Lila Ike.
Yeah, who's that? Oh my god. Okay. How did I forget?
Lila Ike. Yes, I see you and Lila Ike. Like seriously.
I'm a big Lila Ike fan.
You are.
I love her sound. She brought a whole new vibe. She's got soul in reggae fused with dancehall. Man, man, fresh new sound. Loving her sound.
Wow. Well, didn't know you were a fan, so see, I picked them, Well.
Make the link.
I think you and Leila will do well. Yeah. That nice bubblegum, quick, I see it. Because especially, you got Kenya lock. Not only do you have Kenya lock, you have all these different countries. I have South Africa that have reached out to me and told me that they've been listening to you for years. We have Paulus out of South Africa, Pablos, Pablos, that told me he has been listening to Wyre for ages. It makes you look old. Pablos, he's not that old. But Pablo said he has been listening to for a good while now and he really loves everything. He says you haven't done a bad song.
Man. Respect.
Yeah, he says that you haven't done a bad song in your career. So that means he has been following your career that he could make that statement. So I guess he knows everything Wyre. It's like me and Lucky Dube. I don't think Lucky Dube could do any wrong because he's been my favorite since I was growing up. So this is Pablos and he said you have never done a bad song in your career and he has actually listened to all your songs before.
Thank you, Pablo. Appreciate, man. I'm humbled, man.
Well, speaking of songs, I'm not sure if Pablo's has this song that we're about to play. The name of this track is Shuja. Well, I don't...
Say that again?
To our audience, listen, I'm going to make Wyre say the name of this song. I do know what it means, though. That much I know. So, what's the name of the song? Wyre.
The name of the song is Shuja.
Shuja.
And Shuja is Swahili for hero. I released the song just at the beginning of the pandemic because a lot of people were in a confused state, man. People are losing close friends and family. People are losing jobs. So there's so much uncertainty in the world, man. So I was giving people hope, telling them, listen, you can come out a hero out of any situation that you're in.
And that is so correct. That is so correct. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, you have something else to say? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, big up J Vibe for producing the tune, man.
Oh, I was gonna come back and ask you about all of that, so you get to bring up J Vibe twice, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to play Shuja and we'll be right back to wrap up this interview with Wyre. At least I know I got his name right. Wyre, okay? We'll be right back.
Some of that positive vibe. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, Lion. With the youth on the scene. Yeah. How long will you wait for it to see what you will make for? Wewe ni shujaa usichoke. Shujaa usichoke. How long will you wait for it to see what you will make for? Wewe ni shujaa usichoke. Shujaa usichoke. Me want to tell you how me really feel without deceit. Cause when me look at life, it's like a journey and repeat. No threatening on me life could ever make a boy retreat. Anything it take a boy to succeed, me happy do it. This journey kinda long, but then we can't take defeat. And any thoughts I gave and me just go and delete. Me know me see the light at the end of the tunnel. Judge be me guide, know me can't fumble. The journey of life, keep walking. Don't stop, keep walking. Lazima ujikaze. Baraka za Mola usipate, pate. In the journey of life, keep walking. Don't stop, keep walking. Lazima ujikaze. Baraka za Mola usipate, pate. How long will you wait for it to see what you will make for? Wewe ni shujaa usichoke. Shujaa usichoke. How long will you wait for it to see what you will make for? Wewe ni shujaa usichoke. Shujaa usichoke. Only for tribulation, you know you're bound to meet. And with no dedication, you can't stand the heat. You can't find no shortcut, nobody try cheat. You're running out of time, but you can't take a seat. Voices in your head keep telling you retreat. Me know it's really tempting and really hard to beat. Me know me see the light at the end of the tunnel. Judge be me guide, know me can't fumble. How long will you wait for it to see what you will make for? Wewe ni shujaa usichoke. Shujaa usichoke. How long will you wait for it to see what you will make for? Wewe ni shujaa usichoke. Shujaa usichoke. How long will you wait for it to see what you will make for?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, you know, I will give you the spelling of this song, Shujaa. Shujaa. Did I get it right now?
Yeah, shujaa. Yeah.
Shujaa. I'm going to practice that. But as well, I am going to study Swahili because I think it's important for me to know Swahili. I think the reason why I get away with it is because Kenyan speaks English, you know, could vibe in English. So, you know, unlike where it is, I'm talking to somebody else in another country and they're doing a half of their language and a half English, and I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this. I'm gonna have to learn the language. Well, yes. So the Shujaa track, let's talk about it. It's produced by J Vibe. J Vibe, Grammy nominated.
Grammy award-winning producer.
Grammy award-winning producer J Vibe out of Florida. Yeah. So yeah, there's depths to Wyre. You see what I'm saying? So I am always so honored to speak to him. I am honored to have you on the show. This is not the first time you've been here. However, it is always great when you stop in and, you know, that positive energy and that vibe. Yes, loving it.
Anytime your family, man.
Yes, and I love, you know, I love your music. I love your music because it is that. I was talking to an artist about 2 days ago. New artist out the gate, and something that I shared with him and I said, listen to me. You are an awesome artist. So now it is that you want to pay attention to the music you put out. The mixing, the mastering, the persons that you put on your songs. Because you could be a great artist, but you put somebody on one of your songs and it doesn't match, and the mix wasn't match and everything. And that just kills your creativity and person who really loved your sound. So now they start referring to you as like a one-hit wonder and whatever else. What I like about your music is that it's professional across the board. Anything that I pick up that says Wyre, I am going to get a similar sound. And it's similar in terms of professionalism. So Appreciate you coming
Thank you. It's
through.
good to know.
Do you have any last minute shout outs, and if you can plug your social media?
I just want to big up everyone who's tuned in tonight, man. Big up from all corners, man. All of Africa. You told me there's people from Canada. Big up my SA fam. Nigeria. Big up Nairobi. Always, they never let me down, man. Big up the UK. Big up Jamaica. Big up everyone who's tuned in. I really appreciate. Keep spreading the love. Let's. If there's anything the world needs right now, it's love, man. So let's keep spreading it through music, man. My socials, just look for Wyre the Love Child, Wyre DA Love Child on Twitter, Wyre DA Love Child on Instagram. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Well, once again, it's a pleasure having you come in. To our listening audience who would like a copy of Shujaa, SHUJAA, hit me up. By Wyre, whatever, just hit me up and tell me what you would like. I'm giving away copies of Shujaa. That's what we do here on the One-on-One Music Review Show, okay? And this song is available across the digital platforms. It's also available for streaming. So you can hit up Spotify and keep it moving, all right? As well, look out for him across the social media platforms. That's Wyre the Love Child, okay? This has been the One-on-One Music Review Show. Thanks for tuning in each and every week and checking us out in the Music Lab. As well, our capital home is International Stars. That's INTLSTARZ. Now, for a more intimate approach, and if it is that you like to get to me faster, you can check out my Instagram, Infinite Empress. That's INFINITEMPRESS. Just as long as you do not ask for anything else than music, okay? We'll be all right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you for the past 3 hours. Flew by so quickly. Wyre, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Yes. So to all our listening audience, enjoy the rest of this song, Shujaa, and I will see you across the pond.
Wewe ni shujaa, usichoke. Shujaa, usichoke. How long will you wait for it to see what you were made